Oh, hey, Monday mobility, never miss a Monday. All right, so maybe you remember last week I talked a little bit about my left hip. Well, I went to see the chiropractor because I have a protocol. When my left hip starts to feel a little compromised, I go see the chiropractor first. It doesn't happen very often. It hasn't happened in months and months, but I definitely have a little bit of an upslip and probably an anterior rotation as well. So my chiro wasn't able to fix it in one visit. Obviously, I had a little trip planned, and I will have to go back and see her. It is something that I am not going to run on now. I think if I had a bike here, I would probably ride the bike. But as it is, we need to have protocols in place. So as I go through Mobility Monday with you guys today, just recognize probably not going to move as well as I usually do, and I'm not going to push the envelope. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to take care of it and move on with my athletic off season, or as I like to say, opportunity season. All right, so let's get into a wide stance. And the first thing we want to do is just work a little bit of that decompression breathing. So we're going to focus on in with the belly button on the inhale and in with the belly button on the exhale. All right, we're going to use thumbs on the bottom rib, pinkies on the hip bones, float the elbows to the back or to the side, and then push the hips back just a little bit. And right here, we're just going to go 5 big expansive breaths working on thoracic spine mobility, okay, with the breath. Here we go. So as we inhale, we expand the rib cage. Ribs are down, exhale. Ribs are down on the exhale, belly button stays in. 3 more big breaths. Breathe into the back of the ribs as well. One more big breath, expand. Get huge. Splay those shoulder blades out and then exhale. Good. All right, from right there, we're gonna stay in that wide stance. Take the left arm to the side on that IT band on the left. Take the right arm up. We're gonna do a big side bend. And we've got a little bit of reach. So there's that active mobility, right? So we've got an active reach. We're firing this oblique, side bend, come right back. 2. We got 5 of those. 3, 4, and this arm up here is just long through this lat. And 5, and then we're gonna go same thing on the other side. So this arm is just gonna trace the IT band. This one has got bicep to ear. We just take that nice big side bend. 1, 2, just laterally flexing the spine. 3, and reaching, actively reaching down the leg. 4, 1 more. And 5. All right, let's take it right to the ground. And from right here, we're just gonna straighten out the left leg and take the right leg nice and cross, and just sit up nice and tall. So right knee up. We're gonna go right hand back behind the hip, lean back just a little bit, left across, and then look behind you. Look behind you. So it's a very nice, gentle twist and very safe. So take that left leg nice and tight. Whenever we do this Mobility Monday, take that left arm back, take the right arm to the other side here, and then look behind you. We never want to get to end range. You want to get just short of end range. Keep looking behind you. And good. Let's go 1 more time each side. Right leg over left. Nice and strong. Don't yank it too tight. Never going too much to the end range. Take right arm back. And just nice. Look behind you. And then come back. Other side, last one. Nice and strong here. Hand to the back. Look behind you. And good. You should feel that twist right down into that SI joint. All right, nice wide feet, happy hips. Just drop the hip to the midline. from right here, we want a long hip on the back. So we want to be at 90 degrees with this knee, 90 degrees with this knee. Same thing other side. So my hip can, like that can move, but it doesn't feel right. It's definitely not normal. So there's going to be compensation patterns that if I pushed it, it would lead into probably bigger problems. So I don't want to do that, but you can see I can kind of happy hips it. Okay, let's take it into happy hips onto the ground. So wide with your feet outside of your yoga mat. Hands overhead. We're taking that all the way through the rib cage. Grass smells amazing. And one more each side. Rib cage length through the belly. And all the way. Good. All right. Let's take that right back up into standing. And we'll go into a split stance. So right there, float your back heel. And from right there, we're just going to rock back. We've got good ankle flexibility back there, so heel is on the ground, and then rock forward, down onto the heel, rock forward. Keep your head nice and tall. From right there, you're in your stacked position. That's your running landing. Just rocking back and forth. Just a nice, easy calf raise, basically, in the back, working through the ankle mobility. Remember the 3 key areas of mobility: ankle, hips, and thoracic spine. Good. And then let's switch to the other side. So we're loaded to the front, heel is up in the back, come all the way back. Now we're 50-50 weight distribution. We're just going to shift to the front. 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, down into 90-90. Going to keep working on those ankles. Okay, so your back foot, you can tuck it, the big toe under, or you can keep it flat. That's up to you. Make sure you're wide enough with your stance that you don't feel tippy. We're just going to go knee over toe, straight down the middle. Keep your chest up. 2, 3, and we're just hitting 5s. 4 and 5. Same thing other side. Gonna keep that back foot nice and flat. Chest is up tall. And just reaching knee over toe. 2. And when you have this compromised hip like I have right now, it's interesting that you can see as I move through my ankle how my hip takes on more stress. It's just not right. And I didn't do anything to pull a hammy. It's the position of the pelvis that is really compromised. And ultimately the body wants to be square. It wants to be normal, right? So over time, it would probably be just fine. But to be honest, I'm not that patient, so I don't tend to wait around. Chiropractor for me, I have good relationships there. All right, we're going hips to the back, and we're gonna just rotate to the midline, rotate to the midline. There's a little bit of weight shift left, load right. When the hip stops, we do this one quite a bit. When the hip stops, the shoulder stops. Good. And this is the one last week when I really started noticing it. So it's not rotating correctly. It's not accepting internal rotation. I think I might have practiced my golf a little bit too much. Good. In and in. All right. Good. All right. So this is it. I'm not going to be able to do this really well. You are. We're going to go a single leg stance. And we're doing a single leg Superman. So the first thing we want to do is just hold on one leg and just tip and reach come all the way back up. Okay, so we're working back line activation, hip mobility, ankle mobility. Get a good single leg stance, stack the body, tip and reach. 2, we got 5 of these. 3, 4, good strong spine angle. And 5, and let's see how the other side looks. I won't have that range of motion, I can tell you that right now. Okay, first we're gonna go single leg, and then we're just gonna go tip and reach. Yeah, my hamstring not working much. So what I'm gonna do is actually take a kickstand with my right leg and continue to work what I can safely. So you're doing single leg Superman, I'm doing what I can. 3, 4, and 5. And as I do that, you see the first move is hips to the back. Let's go the other side again. Right leg, stand single leg, tip and reach. 1, 2, 3. This side glute working. 4, 1 more. And 5, same thing other side. This side glute not working, so hamstring is way on alert, right? And that's where it would be compromised and potentially, right now it's very vulnerable, right? So nice big breath, tip and reach. 1, tip and reach. 2, 3, 4, 1 more, and 5. Okay, let's take it back down onto the ground. We're gonna do all that happy hip sequence one more time. So wide feet, and just drop the knees to the middle, lean back on the hands, open up the hip. Open up the front side of the body. 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, and 5. Good. And then we're going to take it all the way to the back. Strengthen the position of the foot. Grab behind the hamstring. We're just going to reach straight up and then come back down. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I can tell it's not a hamstring issue because I didn't do anything to make it a hamstring issue. The hamstring is the victim here. I don't want him to get injured, so I'm going to take care of him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And then we're going to go into a couple of penguins. And so the penguin, you're going to lay with both feet straight up. And we're just going to lift one hip off the ground. And then come back. And then the other hip off the ground. So we're just kind of rocking side to side. Right hip towards the sky. Come back. Left hip towards the sky. 3, 3, 4, 4, and 5. Good. And then we're going to take arms out to the side, start in that penguin, and then just take that right knee up. Keep the knee low. So we're not up here. Just keep that knee low. Start the penguin. 1, 1. Just the knee. 2, 2, 3. Keep it low. 3, 4. The knee never goes to the sky. 5 and 5. Good. So when you do this movement and you lift the leg and then you drop it across, you fire the hip flexor. And when you fire the hip flexor, you sometimes can get length on the back side of the hip, but sometimes not too. So we're really careful to keep those sweeps really low. Hopefully this was a good Monday mobility for you. Nice, easy rotations. We definitely worked a little bit of side bend, a little bit of forward flexion, a little bit of stability in the single leg Superman. But most importantly, I'm very, very appreciative that you come every Monday, and I hope this was a good session for you, and I will see you next week. Aloha. I'll be back in Colorado on Friday morning, just in time to watch Taupo, the World Championships of 70.3. Cheers, everybody. Peace.